If you could come back as one person.
Oh, that's the thing we're doing. Oh.
I'd come back as Hunter.
Yeah?
Would you?
Really?
Is that so?
Just for
A lifetime.
one lifetime.
If I could come back as someone, I would come back as no one.
Ooh, becoming nobody.
Ah.
Josephine, give me a test 1, 2, 3.
Hello, test 1, 2, 3. What's your name? I am me. Hello, sorry.
Greggy G, give me a test 1, 2, 3.
This is simply a test. That's all it is. 2 and 3.
Simply a test. All of life, you could say, is simply a test.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Wow.
It's all
ready to roll.
simply a test.
Mm-hmm.
It's all vibration, Greg.
Thank you, Beau. Is my microphone closer to me than Blow?
Do you hear this vibration?
Look at the two. Hunter, would you look at the two mics? Is mine closer?
No, it looks perfect, man.
Okay, why
That's
does
great.
mine distract me?
And one thing you love to do is you love to touch it a lot.
Okay.
So you always like doing that.
Does mine seem too high?
Just let it be.
It's
No,
distracting me. Okay.
just
Just put it lower and then
No, I'll just
Yeah.
get used to it.
maybe we just get into it.
There we go. That's not
This
even
is
okay.
nice.
I like to fuck with it, don't I? I'm done fucking with it. Are
All
we?
right, we're back.
Oh,
We're so back.
back like we never left with another episode of What Do You Say, Dad, a father-son podcast about life, OCD, and other bullshit. I am your host, Hunter Sansone. With me, my co-host, my dad, Greggy G-Dog Sansone. There it
Hi.
is. And we have a very special guest today, one of my closest friends, all the way from the West Coast, L.A., Mr. Beau Mirchoff himself. Beau, Big Daddy Beau.
happy to be here, boys.
Thanks for being
Happy
here,
to be
brother.
here.
Yeah, you know what? Put it up
yeah,
for
put
Beau.
it together for
Thank
Beau.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good man.
So Beau and I, we met, what is it, 10
10
12
plus years ago, yeah.
10 plus years ago in acting class out in LA.
Yep.
And stayed in touch ever since. And then
We became roommates.
we became roommates, I moved back to LA and moved in with Mr. Beau in his beautiful home in Los Angeles. And we were roommates for a year and a half.
It was sick.
It was great. Honestly, zero complaints. The fact that we had zero arguments
Never.
in a year and a half is
Amazing. That's
unheard of.
remarkable.
I mean, it was fantastic.
Really remarkable.
Would 100% do it
Yeah,
again.
5 stars.
I mean, 5 stars
Would
all
do
around.
again.
Yeah, it was great. And then I put you guys in touch, which is why we're here. We love diving into OCD and all sorts of things like that. And we discovered
life.
and we just discovered by chance that you've dealt with OCD for a lot of your life, which is just a
have.
crazy coincidence given
Yeah.
the fact that we lived together
I know.
and dealt with this shit kind of together. We'd each have moments.
Yeah. Yeah, we would just kind of help
We'd
each
have
other.
moments and help each
Yeah.
other out. And then I finally put you in touch with my dad.
And I just met you, Greg, yesterday, just to remind you in case you forgot. That was the first time meeting you. And I felt like I felt like I met you a million times. I felt like I was just saying, oh, what's up?
100%.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
exactly
you're a
how
little
it
shorter
felt.
than I imagined, but
Yes.
other than that,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah, no, it's true. He's 6'9". No, exactly. When you came walking in the kitchen, it was absolutely like I knew you.
magic.
100%.
Because you guys have been
Honestly, we didn't need Hunter to come.
No.
Yeah, no.
We jammed out for 4 hours.
Yeah,
We
I'll
did-
just go in the corner.
We did jam out. And yeah, we'd been talking on the phone and stuff like that for a long time with and
Yeah.
texting back and forth and things.
Yeah, you've been a real help to me, honestly.
Yeah.
That's
You-
awesome.
Yeah, I would really dig talking to you.
Well, that's why we're here, to dig deeper and talk about this pretty misunderstood concept of OCD.
Yeah.
And I know this is your first time openly talking about it, which, kudos to you. I know it's probably a little bit of a
Thanks,
a
guys.
nerve-wracking thing, but
It's
man, it
interesting.
helps people. You
It
know?
really does. I mean, I know when I first started having symptoms and not knowing what it was. I mean, it took me years to figure out it was OCD. I just thought it was some
Yep.
type of anxiety or whatnot, or I was going crazy or whatever it was. And I would always, you're constantly looking for reassurance when you don't know what it is. I mean, still sometimes look for reassurance.
Yeah.
And I would Google, actors with OCD. I didn't really find much. And it was always kind of alienating, and it would make me feel kind of alone. So
I
I
get it.
have noticed
Yeah.
more people are talking about it now. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
Because it's pretty common.
it is surprisingly so many people. But as we were touching on earlier, I feel like it is a new thing now to be more open about it, especially in our business. And that's one thing I missed. I said we were in acting class together. Beau's an incredible actor, writer, director.
Hunter, they already know that.
He likes, he's trying to climb the ranks. He'll catch up to me one day. So no, yeah, Beau, same line of work. So that really helped. But yeah, being in the business, it's a fairly new thing. It feels like to talk about this sort of thing.
Especially as a performer, it can be pretty tricky initially because you have doubts about performing with OCD, and that's one theme it can really latch onto is, all that negative voice of, maybe today I can't remember my lines, or I'm going to have a panic attack on set, or I'm going to, lose my marbles, or whatever it is. And you kind of constantly have to go into battle. Maybe battle is the wrong term, but sometimes it feels like that where you're like, all right, today I got to face it. And it always works out okay. That's the thing. What I've really realized, no matter what, even if internally you're feeling a little disorganized or whatever, you're not at equilibrium, no one can really tell, and you persevere and you get through it. Always.
And you said something there, the word doubt. And that is what OCD feeds on. OCD, left unchecked, demands certainty for relief. In order to get relief from OCD, with the relief coming from OCD, it requires certainty. And that's the trick and the dupe. Because you'll soon find out when you go down this rabbit hole of the brain, you cannot achieve ultimate certainty.
Does it exist?
No.
Yeah.
So OCD has you by the short hairs. The game is rigged. Because the minute you try to remove doubt, you're sucked in.
Yep.
And what is removing doubt? Removing doubt is going for certainty. You're on set, as you said, have this doubts. What if I don't remember my lines? What if I do? So what do? It's unsettling, of course. That's that thought. So we want to make it go away so we can feel settled and feel good again. Therein lies the problem. So from where I'm sitting, after 42 years of dealing with OCD and coaching and helping others and being in therapy, it's not about removing doubt. This is where I found my recovery. It's not about removing doubt. It's about accepting doubt. And I hate that word accept because everyone uses it.
But it's a good word.
Is it a good word?
Yes.
But can people really embody the word accept? Or is it just a mental construct?
Or allow.
Allow is nice. That's more active.
Whatever it takes to embody this for your own self, whatever word hits your being, not your brain. It's not about understanding the concepts. It's about living and embodying the concepts so that you experience transformational change in your life, which will result in more fulfilled, active, adventurous living. And guess what? We don't need certainty for that. We don't need it. It requires an acceptance and allowing of what is so in the moment. You show up on set, you have doubts. The healthy response to it is, hello.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. This is who's here today.
For me,
Doubts are with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see where it all leads.
One thing I've discovered on that subject is, if we want to go with another word, what's worked for me is surrender, surrendering.
Powerful.
And I go to the specific things that I've dealt with. And funny enough, Beau we were living together when I was dealing with my most recent really intense spell, which was the health OCD. And I've touched on this in previous episodes, but when I was dealing with it and I was on the phone with you and I was telling you, well, what if I actually do have something going on, but I'm so ate up with this idea of OCD that I'm actually holding myself back from taking care of something. or
Yeah.
getting something checked out. And you told me you just have to surrender to the possibility that that could be the case, and you could really be sick, and you could potentially die, and you are potentially being negligent. And so that surrendering to that idea, which made me want to throw up and cry, a horrible concept to me, because that was what was rooted in that whole fear for me.
Right.
The surrendering is what kind of did it. Like allowing yourself to feel like, wow, this is death.
Yeah.
And then eventually it subsides.
Exactly.
A surrendering is what works for me.
So
Exactly.
for me, sometimes surrender doesn't, and again, this everyone, different things work from everyone, right?
Good.
But surrender sometimes for me is a little too passive. Maybe that's the point of it. But for me, I like when you were talking about uncertainty, there's something cool that can kind of happen when you start to like dance with uncertainty or want uncertainty. Because everything is, there's too many variables to really know what's going on in the world. It's impossible to, there's too much uncertainty.
Right.
So instead, find the joy in that. Be like, oh, today is going to be something new is going to happen that I'm not expecting.
Right.
And how cool is that?
Yes. Yes.
You know, if I forget, I got to stumble my line. Oh, that was interesting. Okay. Does that create a moment for me on camera where I can deal with it or something that can, it creates a real human moment? Can I like play with that? Like tangible feeling? I don't know. I think that's
the adventure.
The adventure of
the
it.
adventure.
And with a positive kind of bent to it instead of this.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Keeping the fun, fun kind of element to it.
The only difference between, and to your point, and that between excitement, adventure, and anxiety, the only difference is what we call it. Our body responds the same way. When you're on a roller coaster ride and you're freaked out and you're scared, but in your mind, you're calling this fun.
Yeah, because there's some safety to it. You're in there. You're not going to fall out, right? And so you're able to.
I don't know that when I'm on it.
Well, I think it's certain things
okay.
That's what it allows you to. That's why you go. If you didn't have the safety vest, you wouldn't go on it, right?
Correct.
But you understand there's some type of safety here, even though it tricks your brain into experiencing these physical sensations.
Yes, but my only point is the physiological response to it.
Yes,
they've studied this in the body is the same with anxiety.
Yes, and same when you watch movies and stuff
adventure,
like that.
Anxiety. We call what you call it. Instead, you can take a mental approach, like you said.
Yeah,
this is going to be adventurous. Let's see what happens. But go ahead.
But the point I'm saying is maybe there's a way in life to understand that you always have the safety net as well. And is that a connection to God, a connection to something else, bigger, larger than yourself, that this is all a game and it doesn't really matter. It's a paradox of everything matters and doesn't matter. But actually, the worst thing that can happen isn't that bad anyway. So it's all okay. You have a safety net. It's all going to be all right.
What is the worst thing that can happen that's not so bad anyway?
Whatever your fear is, whatever that particular...
Well, you die.
Right.
Which is still not that... And then do you want to get really philosophical already? But... you know what I mean? The worst is death, but does death even really happen? If does the cloud die? The cloud just evolves, it changes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
yes.
In that sense, like this human realm is gone, but then the next thing is present.
Yes.
And so the ultimate reality, which isn't that more
Yes, it is. And that leads to the problem that we have is we attribute too much importance to ourselves.
Yes.
And to our lives. Now this is going very deep.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. With our lives and how important I am. Okay, what is I? Okay. I'm Gregg. Really?
Oh.
Really? And I'm this body. Really? Am I this finger? Is that me? I'm Gregg. Gregg, is that
right?
So we're caught up with this ego identification of who we are physically in a physical world.
Mm-hmm.
And that is just so limiting. To me, when we struggle with OCD and everything like that, we are so caught up with ourselves. other people that don't have OCD may be very caught up with themselves as well. I'm not
Sure.
saying that if you do, it's because you're too caught up with your life. No, but I'm saying one way out of it is to recognize you aren't that important. Your physical ego, your physical self, you think is everything. And to your point earlier, I firmly have experienced, not that I've experienced it in the physical world, but in a knowingness in myself, this thing that keeps us alive. Okay, you got a dead body, you got an alive body. What's the difference? Okay, there's something in it that keeps it alive. That doesn't die. And that's a part of me. And that's a part of you. And that's a part of you.
Yes.
And actually, it's the essence of who we happen to be. So if that doesn't die, what the hell's the problem? I'll tell you the problem, because we haven't connected with that and experienced and felt that, whether it's through meditation or going within and going quiet to the deepest place we know within ourselves, where it's silent and alive and we feel it and we know it. And you say, how deep is it? How wide is it? Does it have an ending? Does that have a beginning? And you experience that thing there, that life force, that silent place that's so alive, you won't have any questions. OCD dissipates. Not to say it won't come back and you got to go there again, but that's the reality. So it's not that bad, but you have to connect with this deeper, and it is spiritual, it is philosophical. And that's why I'm talking this, because it's what's given me my life back. I could scream from the mountaintops. I'm so happy with what I've learned and experienced in my life in overcoming this. I was a prisoner and now I'm free.
Yeah, I love that. I think one of the problems is that, especially for me, is I'm able to understand a lot of these concepts intellectually. But to feel it and to integrate it consistently is where I falter. And I've had some really amazing non-dual experiences on retreats.
Non-what?
Non-dual. The idea that it's all one, that we're not separate finite selves, that it's all
you've experienced
connected.
that.
I have absolutely experienced that. I've had the just amazing moment of rapture and complete bliss and divine.
Are there any
whatever
questions
you want to
in that moment?
Nothing. No, it's complete silence.
Right,
Just amazing. But that life force you're talking about, where I kind of come from a science background, where I go, well, yes, energy can't be created nor destroyed, and yes, the energy that makes you or that alive doesn't die; it goes somewhere. But the brain structures and your memories, which are in your brain, is what makes you Gregg. It's what makes you you. And so that idea that will be gone, and that's what's scary. That I will no longer.
That's all mental bullshit.
Yes, but hold on.
It's only scary because you're thinking it. You're not experiencing it. You're not experiencing it right now, or you wouldn't be talking like this. You're thinking it.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. But it's what we do. I mean, we're Homo sapiens. We're thinkers, right?
No, we're not. We can be until we evolved something more, which is experiencing.
But I'm just saying,
Which
most
you've
people,
done.
most people don't live that way, right?
Right.
Most people are caught in their head, caught thinking that
unless they're going to
thoughts.
lose their fucking mind and they have to find something else.
That's right.
Which is where I was.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah. So bag that shit.
Yeah, I know. Right. And so that's honestly, that's maybe just that way I was just speaking, that way of conceptualizing the world, that way we live as humans.
That's right.
100%. And we're always in a constant state of trying to get out of that.
It's just accepting that that's what being human is.
Yes.
So
agreed.
Yeah.
And we're in a constant state of pursuit to get out of
We're trying to get into the spiritual absolute realm. Instead,
Yes.
we're stuck in this.
Yeah.
But we don't. We
But
try.
you're saying
we
there's a
try.
way to get
We
out.
try the wrong way.
Yes. Right.
We try by thinking instead of, and I know I sound like a broken record, instead of experiencing. I can't say that enough. Because I was the master at it, thinking, let me figure this out.
How would you explain experiencing to someone in the most basic terms? For somebody, it's like, all right, this sounds all great and all, but this is going right over my effing head. Okay. How do I truly embody this?
Here's how I would say it. And he can speak to it because he's experienced it. Ultimately, you get into the, which I hate the word also, meditative place of not engaging in your thoughts and you become profoundly aware internally of this aliveness. And if you go there, you can feel the aliveness in your body. And when you continue to go there deeper and deeper and deeper, that is how. It's like drinking water and knowing it's cold. You don't have any questions. So go meditative to where you don't respond and you pay attention to that subtle, vibrative energy, aliveness in your being, and keep going there when you feel that good thing, and go deeper. And all of a sudden, there's something that doesn't have a height or a depth or a beginning or an end, and you're a part of that fucking thing. If you experience it, it's remarkable. You can't talk about it, though. A little bit. So you experienced it. How?
So
Go ahead. All right.
But all right, I have a couple things.
All right.
That's beautiful. I love everything you just said. So what I would say is exactly what you said, but maybe just a little simpler, is just become the observer. You are not the thing. You can't be aware of something that you are, right? The sun isn't, is the sun illuminating itself? No, it is illumination. The sun is illuminating. So it's not aware of its own illumination, but if you have a thought, you can see that thought in your head. You're aware of it. And then that thought goes away, right? Oh, I have a thought of, the trees are rustling right now.
You're aware of the thinking going on, of the thinking going.
And then the thinking disappears forever. It's gone. But I remain.
The observer.
But I remain. So I'm here. I'm not my thought. Same with feelings. I can feel it, then it goes away. That feeling's gone forever. It's vanished. But I remain. So I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my feelings. You can do that with all of your senses. So what remains? That's awareness. That's what you are. And it's perfect. It's formless.
And go into that.
Yeah, you go into that
more and more.
Yes, you go into that. And then you can literally lose all sense of your physical body. The thoughts can cease all, and you can just kind of merge with
something.
Whatever. I don't know.
And that's what's real. That's what's real.
Perfect oneness, nothing, emptiness. Beautiful.
And it doesn't die, and it's alive.
This is where I have a little, I don't want to say contention, but something that I need to figure out myself. But is this not just a phenomena that is occurring in your head?
Observe that.
Okay, yes, that's a thought. It's a thought that I'm having.
You have one choice.
Uh-huh.
You either observe every thought or you don't.
Yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say? I
know what you're trying to say. You're searching for certainty.
Yeah,
I know what
exactly.
you're doing. I know what you're doing. Exactly. And that's the road not to go down.
But I like it.
Correct. That's right.
And I want certainty, Greg.
Yes.
Isn't it funny? But that's the science background in me that just is trying to find objective reality.
He's so effing smart. And that's what really gets tricky, is he knows how to go down these pathways.
He's smart, but he's not being wise.
Right.
That's fair.
There's a difference. Being wise is to recognize the limitations of being smart.
But I would say this. I think it's important to kind of find what isn't true, and then to kind of reach a foundation. Right?
All of that will come to you when you do the other, when you observe. You don't.
And you're right. When I do that, I am.
But what's the resistance with you with it?
Okay. The resistance is if it's wrong, if it's not right, if it's false.
Certainty.
But hold on, you asked me a question.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to respond.
You're right.
If it's not, because there's been so many things throughout history where we thought it was real and it led to horrible suffering.
What'd you just say? We thought.
Sure, but all of this that we're speaking of right now is all abstractions. It's all through language.
Is Maharishi wrong?
No.
Is he right?
Well, yeah. Do you want to say
There is no right and
or
wrong.
wrong, but you know,
Will history
But
look
he's-
back later and say he was fucked in his head?
it might.
Well, then
But
they're fucked.
then they were wrong. Yeah.
I mean, you look at there's a certain knowing that you can have.
Yes. I guess you're asking the right question.
Okay.
Because they were getting to something here. Okay, but for instance, we used to think that, you know, or you know, if you're a witch, that was, you know, or someone, you know,
Again,
you're a
we
witch,
used
we
to-
burned you
We
at
used
the
to
stake.
think.
Right. So this is wrong thinking. Wrong. It's
At
not.
this level, thinking is wrong.
Yes. Agreed.
Thinking is wrong at the level we're speaking of.
Yes.
Thinking is meant for practicality.
Sure.
Your change at the store, your projection for your business plan, how you're budgeting your money, how you're budgeting your time in your
Right.
day, when you're going to go work out, when you're going to shower so you have time to go out in the evening. That is what the brain is meant for. It is not meant for philosophical, spiritual experiencing. You're using your brain for the wrong thing. There is limitation to our brains. The brain is for practical purposes only.
Well, but what about reading?
And you're trying to combine
Alan Watts
the two.
Or reading someone like Ram
all-
Dass. It's using the brain to put it onto the page.
And all that does, that is not it. All that does is point you in a certain direction in general, and you still have to go there on your own.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can use your brain, which is what we're doing right now, to help kind of point in a general
Sure.
direction.
It's a map.
And that's it. That's
Right.
it. It's that person still has to go there on their own.
Yes.
That's it. You get no more than that. And
Right.
those guys will tell you that,
Yeah.
because we have to talk, because people that don't have any idea about this stuff, I feel compelled to share to the ability I'm able to. It's not like I'm better than anybody. I was simply more screwed up than most. And something had to be done differently. And I found it. Thank God. And I'm not letting it go. And I try to share it to the degree that I can, through language, through my example in how I live, through my response to certain things. I guess what I'm saying is, if I have a certain experience internally, I believe people kind of sense that.
I agree. I can sense it in you.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
And
There's
it's
a
not
lightness.
about words or explaining.
No.
There's some learning. There's some understanding that takes place in you when you're around
Oh yeah.
me. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yep. Or just anyone who's grounded
Yeah.
and there's something,
There's
a
not words
presence
needed.
to them. Yeah.
So it's not just language, but it's just being with each other.
Sure.
But here we are on a podcast, and we can't just stare into the camera.
We could try.
We could try, but people aren't on that level.
Yes.
And frankly, I think it would be ridiculous. But
Nobody's really on that level.
No, but I can see a guy like him, and I pick up something. I pick up a grounded. They used to say, people used to watch a certain monk or whatever just put his shoes on.
Right.
You see? Right.
Yeah.
Just put their shoes on. There's a certain way or a style. You said it to me once. Look how hard we make it to open a door. You know.
Right.
So there's a learning there. Is it
Yes.
coming clear what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
That example made it click for me. Yes.
So they would just watch somebody the way they put their shoes on. What is that? So when you're being your thing internally and you're around people, unless they're truly not aware or present at all, they sense something. We can try, but ultimately at the end of the day, it will not transform someone's life until they go there internally in their own self, whatever words you want to call it, meditation, go to their basement, be the observer, walk into their fears, drop down from the fear thought into the feelings in the body, swim around in there, hang out in there, see what you can learn, feel it. It's subtle. It's subtle. It's not objective. It's not math.
Yeah.
It's subtle and beautiful, and it requires us to settle the fuck down and slow down to listen to the furthest thing away. Can we hear it? That stillness within.
I love it.
That's as close as I can get to saying it.
Yeah.
And I say it because it's true for me. I'm by far no expert. It's just true for me. It saved my life. And I know what didn't save my life, and I know what has. So as foolish as I may sound at times, I'm going to continue to talk it as long as I'm alive because it's so damn powerful.
Why do you think we forget it so easily? Well, I'm not speaking for you, but for me, and I know a lot of people where I sometimes figure it's like there's a line in, we were just talking about Long Day's Journey in the Night, that play. And for a second you see, and seeing the secret are the secret, for a second there is meaning. And then the hand lets the veil fall and you're alone again. And it's this.
We go too fast.
Well, yeah, but like, is it just human nature? Because sometimes I get it. I'm like, oh my God, I don't need to cling towards this and go after these whatever, carnal pursuits, or that's the wrong word, but like, sense pleasure stuff.
I think I think we get it. I think we get it, and we get excited about getting it, and we forget that we need to continue to do the work to remember it.
Oh, yeah. Also,
Yes.
we have a lifetime. There's a book, I didn't finish it. It's called Untangled. It has a great word.
Great.
Because you've lived this life conditioned in a certain way. And so really what adulthood is about, spirituality, is untangling the web, all this human stuff that we've built, untangling it to just let it all go.
One example, human stuff.
My want to
what?
be successful, and I want to be better than so and all this shit that I got from who knows, that my father, and all this stuff from
Driven,
all this ego stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's such a pull. I notice, like, or I still want to at times, like, want to just, I want to go do something fun or whatever, or like,
right.
Which
there's nothing wrong.
with having fun.
No.
That's not what I mean. But something that gets me off the path.
I also
something
think
that's not super healthy, or you know what I mean.
I also think it's the fact that we just live in such a highly stimulated world with so many different things, especially in 2025 more than ever, with just the amount of distractions and immediate gratification at our fingertips, from the cell phone to social media, whatever it is. I just think it's the phone.
Everything's working against this.
And everything's working against it. And so when you ask, why do we forget these things so easily that we fall in love with, and we're like, we have our aha moment, and then
you're so right,
and then we forget about it. I think it's just, sure, that's not a cop out to not take our own responsibility for it, but I think we should give ourselves a little bit of a leeway here, just because of the times we live in.
It's hijacking our biological evolution.
Yeah,
their hardware.
Yeah.
So a potential solution is spend more time, not all your time, but maybe spend more time slowing down.
Yes.
If not even spend more time being alone with yourself. But certainly slowing down is beneficial for me. And when I do that, when I just come outside and sit and look at the chickens and don't climb onto my thoughts, when I become more present and slower down, what has happened to me is I become more intentionally active. Now, that's a beautiful thing for me.
God, that's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Intentionally active when you slow down.
Intentionally
Yes.
active. I want to intentionally do more things. I mean, when I'm here, you guys see, I'm always doing something. But I enjoy, I don't care if I'm sweeping the floor, unloading the dishwasher. It's the aliveness. But that comes from me slowing it down first. It's like
Yes.
it's like I get grounded first, and then I want to I'm not trying to intentionally do. I work out more because I want to. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not working out to compete. And there's nothing wrong if that motivates you. I don't know. See, this is where then it starts.
Paradoxes and
No, it just starts to not make any sense in language, what I'm saying. I'm even
I mean,
not making sense to myself with my
it makes
words.
perfect sense.
It does. Okay.
Yeah,
And just and parallel to that is, like I've said, what works for me is getting off of technology and my phone.
Perfect.
And things like that. Really, at the end of the day, it just comes down to one thing for me, and it's my phone, which takes me away from this presence of mind, this meditative state, all of the things that you guys are talking about that we all aspire to achieve. The phone just takes me further and further away from it. And the more time I spend away from the phone, the closer I feel like I get to this state of being that you guys are discussing.
Yeah. And also, if you just look out in nature, it moves way slower. It's so slow.
If you just take it in. Yeah.
It really is. I mean, sometimes the leopard chases and gets the meal, but then it's sleeping and chilling and bird flies.
In general, it's slow.
Slow.
Yeah.
The ultimate pace is slow.
Yeah.
There's something about that.
Well, there's also, they've done studies where people walking in New York City walk much faster than people who walk in smaller towns.
Of course, yeah.
It's something that, and that's obviously doing something mentally too, you don't think? You're just...
I am powerfully aware of the benefits of slow it down.
Yep.
My own pace. Slow it down.
What do you say to someone who, when it slows down, it can get... Because some people, they feel if you slow down too much, like stuff starts coming up and it scares them. I've experienced
wonderful.
That. Yeah. So what do you say to those people?
I say, first of all, that be grateful. You just have an opportunity now.
And when I say some people, I mean me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Me too. Me too. You not, when that happens, you now have an opportunity.
There you go.
An opportunity for what? The scary thing that limits your life is now surfacing. Prior to it surfacing, it's running your life.
Yep.
It's running your life, whether you're consciously aware of it or not.
The buffalo, my man.
Go ahead. Explain. Yeah.
I was reading this book about buffalo. I thought it was about the Buffalo Bills football book.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it was about buffaloes.
Yes.
They were talking about how part of the reason why buffalo were able to survive, even through all the, millions of years, but through all the killings as well, is they would go into storms. They wouldn't run away from the storm. And oftentimes with cattle, they would run away from a storm and the storm would chase them. Instead, the buffalo goes into the storm and it can get through it. I think it's
the storm's moving the other way that the buffalo's going.
And so it's a great metaphor to...
It's more ferocious for a short period of time.
But also it's, what I found with OCD is it's so counterintuitive, but you go into it and then it's interesting.
Not even OCD. Anyone's own fears when they slow down like you. Okay, but go ahead.
But that's all I was saying is it's actually, that's where the liberation is if you've got to face it, because if you're not going to outrun it. You can't.
That's it.
Yeah. And the storm ain't going away.
Go into the storm.
You gotta go into it.
And I think...
Be buffalo, Hunter.
Be buffalo. And I think the slowing down can allow your storm to surface.
Yes.
And that storm is unconsciously running your life. And you might say, I wish it would just stay down there. But you're actually a prisoner to it. And it's limiting you. So when you, to your point, if you slow down, sometimes it's beautiful. Do you want to move past it?
Yeah.
All right. Then, as unpleasant as it is in the moment, be grateful. Say, this is my chance to practice.
Sure.
You can't practice without the storm. You
Mhm.
can't. Now, are you going to, when it arises, are you going to move away? Or are you going to go into it? Your quickest and surest way past it. That's the buffalo.
And then one little caveat
Deep.
I would say is because it can be pretty intense at first if you're not used to doing, especially if you're like saying you're sitting in meditation for long stretches of time. So just, would you agree to ease into it? You know, start slow,
100%. Baby steps with
baby
yourself.
steps, and then
Make it your own.
there you go. Yes.
Nobody's an expert on you.
Yep. Buddha even said that.
Absolutely.
He said meditation isn't even the only way. If it doesn't work for you, great. Like it's one
No.
way to get to God or
That's
whatever you want to.
exactly
One way. It's a tool.
Whatever gets you there. You mentioned the other evening, music.
Sure. Oh yeah.
There were other things you mentioned, but it can be anything. The bottom line is the technology. You can't connect if you're involved in stuff that is so powerfully external. Music is powerful because I think it resonates within. Does your cell phone resonate within on a deep level like music resonates within on a deep? No. No. And so, yes, it's not just meditation, but for me, it's slowing down. And when I slow down, I have more energy to want to do more.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. As long as I don't get caught up in the end result, I got to do that. No, screw the gottas. Screw the gottas.
Right.
I should, I need to, I ought to, I must, I have to. Mm-mm.
Well, what about the what ifs?
Yes, yes. And to the what if, you say, hello, and thank you, because it's an opportunity for you to practice. None of this stuff can be real unless the stuff you don't like is activated. So when a what if comes up, that is an opportunity for you, us, me, to practice with the unsettling, generic feeling of discomfort and despair underneath it. That's where the work is. It's not the what if itself. We think it is. We think that's the problem, is the what if thought. What if I fill in the blank? We think that's the problem. The problem is we haven't trained ourselves or practiced enough to be able to deal with the unsettling discomfort, uncomfortable feeling underneath it that thought brings. Drop out of the brain and into the feeling and just sort of hang out in that generic feeling of distress. That's it. You might say, how long? You won't have to ask that question when you do it. It takes on its own. All you got to do is drop down. The what if shows up, drop down from the content of the thought to the feeling it brings, which ain't pleasant. Open and just kind of hang out in it. Keep hanging out. The shift and the change happens. You don't need any more details. If you do that, it's an opportunity when the what if shows up.
Right.
Don't think you got to beat it into submission and get rid of it. That's what we think. I got to get rid of that doubt. I got to beat it into submission. It feeds it.
Yep.
No, you're going deeper. You're
Love
going deeper. Go to the source. Go to the core of the issue.
Fired me up.
Yeah. Go to the core of the problem, which is underneath the content of the thought. It's the feeling. It's really powerful.
You know I just had a realization. How come we can be in such inner turmoil, storm. And then you say something just like that. Boom, storm's gone.
Yes.
And I'm dropped in.
Yes.
It's so odd.
Yes.
Is it biochemical? I mean, here I am asking the questions again. It doesn't really matter.
You've done it before. That's what it is.
Right.
You've experienced, and it reminds you.
But is it just like this divesting of the bullshit and into like truth, what reality really is?
Yeah,
it's just like settling
your
in.
being knows
Yeah,
truth when it hears
your being
it.
is just being.
And it knows truth when you hear it.
Oh man,
the truth is
Guys,
is powerful. Try to argue with.
I'm ecstatic.
Try to argue with someone. That's awesome. Try to argue with someone when you really believe they're being truthful.
Yeah,
It's powerful. You can't. When someone is saying something and you kind of like really know it's true, what they're saying, but you want to fight it anyway, you are so limited.
Yeah.
The truth is fucking powerful. And that's what's happening for you. You know that stuff is true. And it's like, there it is.
Yes.
There it is.
But then my mind, like,
that's what happens
exactly.
to you.
It goes, well, is it true? How do you know? And then
do you know what to do?
Drop back in.
Drop back down.
Yeah. Or even go, oh, here's an opportunity.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. I know, but it's a little subtler because it feels
I know it is. It's
smarter
sneaky.
or something sneaky.
It's sneaky. You have to say to yourself, what would help you, in my opinion, is to make a commitment. Are you going to treat every thought the same on these lines, on this depth of stuff, or not? Are you going to treat every thought the same or not? Or are you going to leave one out?
Right.
Because the minute you treat the hardest one the same, you will have hit a spot that you won't come away from.
I think you're so right here. I hope people, because
It's but.
I was going to stop talking is what I was going to stop. I'm going to shut up.
Right.
Because you want to think.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the most beautiful.
You know what you guys touched on, what I love is you said, why is it that it just takes one thing to be said and then poof?
Yeah.
You know, what is that change? And for me, I don't even know if you were referencing where my brain goes with that or not, but where mine does, and I've said this to you before, I can be dealing with an extreme spell of anxiety, not even OCD, just anxiety over something, fixating on something, which then turns into the OCD because you're obsessing over the thing that you have the anxiety about. And one thing can be said in that moment, maybe my dad or the reassurance or whatever it is, and the feeling just whoosh right out of my body like it was never there.
Yeah.
And so to try to lock into whatever that is without unhealthily seeking the reassurance.
Or trying to control it.
Right, but being able to tap into that on your own.
But exactly. How do you tap into it on your own? Because right now, also,
I think it's a knowing. It's a knowing.
My opinion, the way you tap into it on your own is you start doing what we've been saying nonstop here, is going to that, slowing down and going to that stillness within. And for me, what I've realized as I've gotten older is that knowledge, that experience of having those sorts of moments happen.
Yeah.
And then having them dissipate. And be like, oh, well, this is even a breakup. Okay. That's where my mind goes for some of these things. You can go years ago, the day a relationship ends, it's the worst thing on planet Earth. It's horrible. It's painful. You fast forward a year from then.
Right.
And you're not feeling that anymore. It doesn't change. Maybe that was a sad situation, but you're not feeling that intensity anymore. So I try to remind myself of that. Maybe whatever it is, a breakup, a stressful situation. I go, but I'm not going to feel like this in a year.
Right.
Powerful.
So what is that? You know, and I know that's a different example, but it's true to OCD. It's true to anxiety. It's true to sadness, depression. If I know that I can get past this, how do I harness that now?
Right. Well, that's one of the main Four Noble Truths in Buddhism is like everything is impermanent. You're touching on a huge thing there.
Right.
But
It's reminding yourself of these principles.
And it's an awareness
why?
for me, an awareness that it passes.
Yes.
And I think it's more than the overused "this too shall pass." I think it's because that is the idea that the "this too shall pass" thing is, give it enough time, it will pass. I'm trying to latch on to, I mean, I'm not trying to say I want a cheat code, but how does it pass right now? But there is a freedom to that.
Yeah.
There's a
in the
healthy
moment.
freedom and there's an unhealthy freedom. If it's a quick control thing you're looking for,
Right.
that's not the path.
Right.
I think what I'm looking for,
Because
not what I'm
it'll
looking for,
elude you every time.
I think what I
Or-
desire in the moment is in my darkest, deepest hour, when I'm just looking for some sort of glimmer
Right.
of hope or just a touch of light, is that awareness
Yeah.
that, oh, I've been in this
Yeah.
dark, horrible, shitty place before. And then do you remember, Hunter, 6 months later, it was like,
I don't know if that's going to be beneficial.
it never happened.
I don't know if that's going to be
It is
beneficial.
for me in those moments.
There's always light at the end of the
you've
tunnel.
done it.
meaning.
Oh, you've done
Yes,
it in those dark
that's what I'm
moments.
saying.
In the
Yes.
dark moments.
Yes, I've
so
as
then-
I've gotten older, I've been able to have this awareness.
So you already know that. So what are you asking?
I'm not necessarily, I'm saying, what is that to be able to harness that more often? And I think for me, I'm almost asking and answering at the same time. It's just an awareness that in 6 months, remember, Hunter, when you were going through this thing,
Yeah.
6 months later, it was like it never happened.
That's right. And
You know?
and I would add to that, slow down overall and make it a daily practice to connect within.
Mm-hmm.
Your body doesn't forget. Your muscle mind and your body doesn't forget. Your brain might, but connect with that being within, and these things will come to you quicker and sooner when you do that daily.
Yeah.
Call it meditation, call it whatever you want. It'll do that more.
Yeah.
I have a wrinkle to that little
Yes, sir.
concept. Also, the flip side of that coin is, even when it's really good, you can go, but I know eventually it's going to get bad again. I think that's wise as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. To show that it's all, I think eventually it should all be okay. The
Mhm.
bad, the good. It shouldn't be so like, I need the good. I don't want the bad. It should be, you can feel the sadness and feel the pain and all that, but it's also kind of beautiful. It's human. It's like this tangible feeling. It's beautiful to be heartbroken in a weird kind of
To
way.
even go
It's-
deeper on this, you say eventually it'll all be good. Why? Death?
Well, it's all just, it's
You're
all
just saying
happening.
it all
It's-
evens itself out.
It's
It's
all,
all a color.
impermanent. It's all,
It's all up
comes
and
and
down.
goes. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
a
yeah.
wave. It's all
all
just,
flow. Yeah.
so it's all okay. Yeah. Was that too hippy dippy?
No, there's a lot of beautiful truth in that.
It's not hippie at all to me. It depends on the level the person is at with this stuff.
Yes. Right. Yeah, for sure. All of this, really.
But it all begins, in my opinion, with do your internal work. And all that means is going there and being aware of what's happening inside of your being.
Yep.
It's that simple. Just do that daily or as often as you can, or you're driving. And you can say to yourself, what am I feeling right now under my skin? Feel it. There's nothing more to do.
Yep.
Get in the habit of doing that. And all this other stuff we're all talking about resolves itself. It works beneath the surface. It doesn't work up here,
Yeah.
like lock it in. I got it now. I
Yes.
got it. No.
And one way for me to really streamline all the talk and what we try to achieve, where we feel like thinking is counterintuitive to it, one of the biggest things that helps me is, you actually brought it up, Dad, is this idea of the opening of the doorknob and realizing we don't have to put as much force and as much control and pressure on those things, as opposed to just being present to the moment, realizing you don't need to grip the pen like you're fighting for your life when you're writing something down on your notepad, things like that. It's Alexander technique, and he loved that stuff. I was telling him about it when I was learning about it years ago. And it's this idea, realize, oh, wait, are you holding things really tight? Are you straining when you don't need to be? Are you clenching your jaw? Are you doing things with extra stress and extra effort? And for me, that is a quick way to jump into being present.
Yep.
Powerful.
That's one of the
Powerful.
biggest things for me.
And
just
you
the
just-
smallest of things.
And you just said it. And that's what this is about. Being present. Being present doesn't include being involved in your thinking. That's not being present. You said being present.
Yeah, because that's always what I'm in pursuit of is presence.
Okay, then.
Presence of
The
mind.
why I love
first,
Christmas.
so you know that. So slow down.
Yeah.
And you'll be present more.
Yeah.
Do things slower, and you won't get any less done.
And one other little tip that works for me, and I'm sorry to say, it just keeps going back to the work we do, Beau, for what we do, is, when you're trying to be present in a scene, is noticing the detail of your partner. If I look at your mole on your cheek,
Wait, what mole?
it really presents me. Presence is, what's the word? Presence me
Mhm.
to the moment. And if I just notice the detail, and it could just be a detail in anything. If I just
yes.
notice the lighting fixture and the detail and the color and the shape and the
Sure.
way it really drops me in to where I am and what I'm doing.
Present
yeah.
moment reality.
Present
There you
moment
go.
reality, and a key to that is noticing details,
Is-
small little
Absolutely.
things.
Beautiful.
It's
Beautiful.
the senses. It's the
Yeah.
sight, touch, taste, smell, the farthest sound, as you talked about, all of that.
So that's a tip how to get into that. Into what? Into present moment reality. And what is the benefit of present moment reality other than being effective at what you're doing?
peace.
Yeah. Peace. Present moment reality is peace. Why? I know I'm going a little intellectual, but it's so present moment reality is where aliveness actually lives. It doesn't live anywhere else but the now.
And for me, also the anxiety, stress, depression, all of that is thoughts. It's all
Well, it's
future
all-
You can't
projected.
live in present
Yeah.
moment
No.
reality.
It's all future
Presence
projection.
is the cessation of grasping and aversion. You don't. If you're present, you're not. There is
Yeah.
none of that.
There's
That's
none of that.
right.
Don't have it.
And all my fears and anxieties and all of that is me thinking about the past or the future.
Exactly.
Which is
As
all
opposed to right
not
now.
which is all not real.
Exactly.
One's dead, the other hasn't shown up.
Mhm.
Present moment reality eliminates all of that.
Yeah.
Anxiety and OCD to really harness that and go right into present moment reality. Alan Watts says you're living on the razor's edge of life. Man, when you do that, you're a powerful sucker and you're just walking that line and your mind is sharp like a steel trap and nothing is there. That's powerful.
Heck yeah.
That's powerful.
Getting fired up again.
I know.
Me too.
Guys, you want to go for a run or something?
I know.
We're gonna
hit
go to the gym
after this. This could go on.
I'm going to float in the water.
We're already an hour in. This could go for 2 hours easily if we were to just let it go. But I feel like we covered so much ground in this episode, from
Can
spirituality.
I say one
to-
last thing?
Yeah.
Brother Beau, when you hit that spot several times where you accessed that deep and beautiful place, I know I asked you this once, but I just want to say it again for the listeners. Were there any questions? No.
No.
As inquisitive of a mind as you have, there were none.
No. None.
That's worth going to.
Yep.
That's worth
Amen to
moving
that.
into daily, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my path.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Wow.
Also, maybe it's okay not to have the answers. Maybe you don't need an answer.
That's right. That's right.
That's big.
Don't answer the question.
Yeah.
That's powerful. You'll piss your mind off, and that's beautiful because you're in charge of it, not the other way around. Your mind spews something at you, don't answer it. It's like, hey. It's like, no, hey, I'm the master, you're the servant, shut it. You won't get an answer.
I love it.
Nothing. Pure indifference to the mind puts it
that's
back
so
in its
good.
place.
Yep. Oh, I could swim in this. I'm going to swim in
yeah.
this state.
Listen, man, if we keep doing this, we'll have you back.
Heck yeah.
Have him
I'd
back.
love
He's
to.
got to keep flying. That's a pain in the ass. I'll have to.
Hey,
fly
no,
to-
he's got to come to the St.
Guys, you got
Louis,
this.
and we
It's
got to
gonna
come
blow
to
up.
LA.
And you're gonna have a travel budget. So
Have a travel
That's right.
budget.
there you go.
That's
Yeah.
right. And
Well-
maybe somebody to help Hunts.
I know. Big Beau, thanks for being a part of it, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
That was fun.
absolutely. I think a lot of people were gonna benefit hearing this stuff. A lot
Also,
of
wasn't
deep-
scary talking about OCD.
Isn't that
No.
wild?
Nice.
Isn't that not wild? It's the opposite. And you know
Yeah.
what? I hope everyone benefits from it. And because we're giving our souls here, man.
Yeah,
We're all giving everything we got.
yeah.
Isn't that a
Especially
beautiful
you,
thing?
your knowledge and your wisdom
Yeah.
that you share every episode. I mean, yeah, everybody, but
Yes, thank you.
yeah,
But we're all nobody's holding anything back here.
no,
And don't do that. Don't perform and act. I said it in one episode. Don't perform and act. I gotta be together. I gotta
Right.
match their energy. I gotta be confident. I gotta act tough. I gotta be what is there.
Yep.
If you're doubtful, be doubtful. But continue your path.
Mm.
No matter how you feel. Do your work. And don't try to change how you feel. You can change your behavior, but you don't change your feelings. Your feelings will change as a result of your behavior.
Right. Right. So if you have a goal, maybe to write for an hour a day. I don't know, whatever it is.
Do
But
it.
if you feel crappy,
Do it.
you still do it, regardless of the content or whatever it is. You still do the goal, regardless of what your brain or your body.
That's right.
Got it.
Your
Yep.
feelings aren't in control, and neither is your brain. Your choices, powerful word, choices, and your behavior that is executed from the choices that you make. Now you got power.
Mm.
Feelings
Wow.
and thoughts, they get in the back of the line.
Beau's ready to hit that flat bench.
I know.
He's ready to hit that flat bench.
Take our shirts off and go bench press,
Let's
guys.
go. Let's go.
All right, folks, that's a wrap on another episode of What Do You Say, Dad? Thanks for listening. We'll be back with more. Beau, thanks for
Thanks, guys.
being here, brother. All right, guys.
Hey, Hunt, should I
Dad.
show him the pipes?
Show him the pipes.
Okay, well, I'm giving the real pipes today because
All right.
Daddy's been working out.
Show him the pipes.
Would you like to see the pipes?
3, 2, 1 pipes. Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Don't hurt that one.
Stands
Too. I got a
too.
bad.
Oh, my
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Accept
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Just accept
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Beautiful.